श्री साईश्वराय नमः। हरिः ओम। ओम नमश्चंडिकायै दुर्गे स्मृता हरसि भीतिमशेषजन्तो स्वस्थ्यै स्मृता मतिमतीव शुभान् ददासि। दारिद्र्यदुःखभयहारिणि का त्वदन्या सर्वोपकारकरणाय सदार्द्रचित्ता। दुर्गे स्मृता हरसि भीतिमशेषजन्तो स्वस्थै स्मृता मतिमतीव शुभान् ददासि। दारिद्र्यदुःखभयहारिणि का त्वदन्या सर्वोपकारकरणाय सदार्द्रचित्ता। दुर्गे स्मृता हरसि भीतिमशेषजन्तो स्वस्थै स्मृता मतिमतीव शुभान् ददासि। दारिद्र्यदुःखभयहारिणि का त्वदन्या सर्वोपकारकरणाय सदार्द्रचित्ता। येभिर्हतैर् you can share ma येभिर्हतैर्जगदुपैति सुखं तथैते कुर्वन्तु नाम नरकाय चिराय पापम्। सङ्ग्राममृत्युमधिगम्य दिवं प्रयान्तु मत्वेति नूनमहितान् विनिहंसि देवी। दृष्ट्वैव किन्न भवति प्रकरोति भस्म सर्वासुरानरिषु यत्प्रहिणोषि शस्त्रम्। लोकान् प्रयान्तु रिपवोऽपि हि शस्त्रपूता इत्थं मतिर्भवति तेष्वहितेषु साध्वी। खड्गप्रभानिकरविस्फुरणैस्तथोग्रैः शूलाग्रकान्तिनिवहेन दृशोऽसुराणाम्। यन्नागता विलयमंशुमदिन्दुखण्डयोग्याननं तव विलोकयतान्तदेतत्। दुर्वृत्तवृत्तशमनं तव देवि शीलं रूपं तथैतदविचिन्त्य मतुल्यमन्यैः। वीर्यञ्च हन्तृहृतदेव पराक्रमाणां वैरिष्वपि प्रकटितेव दया त्वयेत्थम्। केनोपमा भवतु तेस्य पराक्रमस्य रूपञ्च शत्रुभयकार्यतिहारि कुत्र। चित्ते कृपा समरनिष्ठुरता च दृष्टा त्वय्येव देवि वरदे भुवनत्रयेऽपि। त्रैलोक्यमेतदखिलं रिपुनाशनेन त्रातं त्वया समरमूर्धनि तेऽपि हत्वा। नीतादिवं रिपुगणा भयमप्यपास्तमस्माकमुन्मद सुरारिभवन्नमस्ते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hari Om, Shalom, Sairam, Namaste. We have completed the shlokas related to the Vasanta Tilaka Chandas in Shakradaya Stuti, the extolation of the mother's glory in gratitude that Indra and all the other gods have chanted in mother's glory, that is enchanted. The last few shlokas that we studied yesterday is about the aspects of the mother's nature, her beautiful form as in character, her valor, and on the top of it all, how compassionate and how loving she is, even to her enemies. We have to really understand what is the inner symbolism of this enemy business. Our brains and awareness has degraded in the context of what we perceive as an enemy. How do we actually how do we actually relate to this word called enmity? And what we look at enmity or is defined in the context of based on our own mental perception of deep seated dislike or ill will. And we perceive this enmity as hostility, antipathy, antagonism, animosity. This is how we relate to these words. We call somebody enemy when they don't like what we do, or they don't concord with our likings, or that they question our likings, or they challenge our opinions, or they don't behave like we would like them to behave. Yes? Hello, are you all on the same thing? If you don't have any of that stuff, how do you how do you behave with people that antagonize you? So when we're talking about these shlokas where that the mother has love towards even the enemies, kenopama bhavatu tesya parakramasya रूपञ्च शत्रुभयकार्यतिहारिकुत्र चित्ते कृपा समरनिष्ठुरता च दृष्टा त्वय्येव देवि वरदे भुवनत्रयेऽपि. Even when you are fighting with your enemies, mother, samaranishthurata, even when you are fighting with these demons with so much of valor, with so much of skill and concentration and fighting with them, chitte krupa, your heart has mercy towards them. Several times on this forum when we were doing Rudra Jnana Yajna, we discussed four things. What is a blessing? What is grace? What is mercy? Ah, here the word krupa is used. Krupa samudram sumukham trinetram. Chitte krupa samaranishthurata cha drushta. Now, for the gods, the demigods that are sitting around, yes, for them there is enmity. For the mother, there is no enmity. There is nothing called they did something atrocious to blasphemize my character. Therefore, I should go take revenge against them. I'm not talking about some Devi fighting demons. I'm talking about Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba himself as an example of complete love and no enmity whatsoever, or even to antagonize someone when they displayed such immense venomosity towards him. That is 100% pure love. It does not even perceive any animosity. It cannot, because for it, it's only that one supreme I that is existing. It's very simply like when there is mud on the body, you clean it off, or when there is a cancer in the body, you cut it off. That is what this war is. It's like the mother cutting her own cancer off, that is, or some kind of, an aberration in this cosmos. That is a dharma samsthapanardhaya. Samsthapana means it is actually re-establishing. It's not bringing in anything new. You remove some aberration on your body just like that with the same, and you don't say, yo, I'm removing my cancer from the body, it is part of my body also, how can I remove this cancer from my body? Do you have any kind of attachment towards it, or any kind of attachment to the beauty of the body? Nothing. So this is the context in which symbolically we have to understand that even for enemies she has given all this krupa, the mercy towards them, and at the same time protecting that sattvic which has suffered or which has been depleted of its power. The same story repeated with Brahma again, but in a much bigger scale. Instead of two guys, now we are looking at many aspects of manifestation of asuric natures. Now these next four shlokas, very powerful prayer to the mother. All the ones before are about her nature, her form, her valor, her compassion, her name that would destroy daridrya dukkha bhaya, everything about how following the dharma associated with that supreme consciousness brings in auspiciousness, and how the same, when followed as adharma, leads to Alakshmi. All these shlokas, you have to really, really pay attention. Go back and study these shlokas in the context of how they apply to us and how do we relate to this beautiful aspect about the mother's nature and in the context of dharma. Yo devas savita asmakam diyo dharma digochara preraye tasya yad bhargastadvarenyamupasmahe. This is the Dhyana Shlokam after chanting Mother's Dhyana Shlokam in Gayatri, Sandhya Vandanam. Yo devas savita asmakam diyo dharmadigochara. That Bharga, the divine resplendent effulgence that is related to all the buddhis turned towards God or turned towards light, that is Sankranti, and all the intellects stepping together forward. Siya hamba kukwaneni kwenko. Siya hamba kukwaneni kwenko. Oh, don't get scared. That is a Zulu word, Zulu song, which means we are marching in the light of God. We are marching in the light of God. Siya hamba kukwaneni kwenko. Siya hamba kukwaneni kwenko. Siya hamba, siya hamba, siya hamba kukwaneni kwenko. Every religion, every divine master, every messiah only highlights two things, light and love. You live in love and you'll step into light. Asatoma sadgamaya. So what is that asatoma sadgamaya? Mruchorma amrutangamaya. That is what is all the previous shlokas. Now the mother is for protection. Paritranaya sadhunam. Dushkrutam. Vinashaya cha dushkrutam. Kruta means doing. Dushkruta means wrongdoings. And in that, in this particular stotram, the next four shlokas are about prayer to the mother and seeking her protection now and forever. Okay, let's get started. We're back to Anustup Chandas, which is the regular meter we chant now. Shulena pahi no devi
शूलेन पाहि नो देवि शूलेन पाहि नो देवि
pahi khadgena chambike.
पाहि खड्गेन चाम्बिके पाहि खड्गेन चाम्बिके
घण्टास्वनेन नः पाहि
घण्टास्वनेन नः पाहि घण्टास्वनेन नः पाहि
चापज्ञानिस्वनेन च
चापज्ञानिस्वनेन च चापज्ञानिस्वनेन च
शूलेन पाहि नो देवि पाहि खड्गेन चाम्बिके घण्टास्वनेन नः पाहि चापज्ञानि स्वनेन च
शूलेन पाहि नो देवि पाहि खड्गेन चाम्बिके घण्टास्वनेन नः पाहि पाहि चापज्ञानिस्वनेन च शूलेन पाहि नो देवि पाहि खड्गेन चाम्बिके घण्टास्वनेन नः पाहि चापज्ञानिस्वनेन च
शूलेन पाहि नः देवी पाहि खड्गेन च अम्बिके घण्टास्वनेन नः पाहि च अपज्ञानिस्वनेन च अम्बिके favorite word Chandikamba. That's why a lot of people don't even say that in Chandi mantra chanting. Inspired to call the mother as mother, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswatchatmaka Chandikamba Parameshwari. Amba Parameshwari. Amba is mother, and it is also the reminder of the mother's presence in Antaha, and Bahihi, Antarbahischa Tat Sarvam. This Antaha and and Bahi, Ba, become Amba. What is this mother present as inside and outside is love. Therefore, the mother is equal to love. Chandi Parameshwari is actually invoking her as Chandikamba. Parameshwari is more because then she will not mind all the mistakes that we do. If you say Durga Parameshwari and all of that stuff, then she's sitting like that, like Maharagni on a Simhasanam, then she will look at you and really take you to task. Amma, I'm just a simple child. I never learned Sanskrit, Vedas, nothing. All of this is your grace. Lot of mistakes, long way to go. And not only that, all this tapatraya about doing it collectively and doing it collectively correctly, all of this. And in process of doing all of that, lot of people get intimidated, some people get inspired, so many other perspired. And with all this process, you have to be together. Shulena pahi. Pahi means protect. Protect naha, us. Protect us with the shula, the trident. Protect us with khadga. Khadga, the sword. Ghantasvanena nah pahi. Protect us with the sound of your bell. Ghantasvana. And this twang of your bowstring, chapajjanisvanena cha. So I'm not going to elaborate now. Maybe we'll take it up after the going through the slokas. There is symbolism of associated with all of these. The shula is in of mother is within us. The khadga is within us. Ghantasvana is within us. All this bow and the string, everything is within us. All these are instruments, are weapons. It's not that she is protecting, taking some other weapons. Use my weapons. I am your instrument. This Bhagavan Satsai Baba's beautiful prayer he wrote in English for Swami students. O Lord, take my love and let it flow in fullness of devotion to thee. O Lord, take my hands and make them work incessantly for thee. Huh? Sir, take my soul and let it merge with thee. Take my everything and make me an instrument for thee. This is the prayer. Shulena pahino devi, pahi khadgena chambike. What is the shula in us? What is the shula? What is the khadga? What is ghantasvana? What is this bow strings twang? What does this actually mean? Let's look at that after the class when all the other divine souls drop off. Pracham raksha pratichancha chendike raksha dakshine brahmanen atmashu. Oh, sorry, we haven't. Oh, we finished that. Okay. Pracham raksha pratichancha. Now this is the first sloka is inside. The next sloka is outside. Pracham Raksha on the east, protect us. Praticham on the west, protect us. Chendike, Raksha Dakshine, Chendika. Why in the previous sloka Amba is used? Why in this next sloka Chendi is used? That also is a beautiful inner meaning to that. No word is used without this profound spiritual connection by the rishis, because they see it with so much of integration. That's the greatness of these rishis. They are not writing some shlokas for us to chant. This is their own presence in awareness and with complete connectivity, integrated connectivity. So why Chandi is used here? Chandi, protect us in the east, protect us in the west, protect us in the south. Brahmanenatmashulasya, by swirling your trident, and with that protect us. Tathaha, like that, protect us on the north. O Ishwari, beautiful. Chendi, Amba, Chendi, Ishwari. In two shlokas, mother is referred with three different words. In the next line, Brahmanen Atmashulasya Uttarasyan Tatheshwari, Uttarasyan Tatha Ishwari. Here it is used as Ishwari. In the previous one, Chandi. In the one before that, Amba. Why we have to use so many different places? Why can't just use Chandi in all, Amba in all, Ishwari in all? Why? How is that connected to all this? That's what is the most beautiful aspect about understanding, learning and understanding and becoming aware. So, pracham raksha pratichancha chendike raksha dakshine brahmanen atmashulasya uttarasyan tatheshwari. So, In the Dakshina, okay, now let's be very clear. Pracham Raksha Praticham cha Chandike Raksha Dakshine Dakshine Atmashulasya Brahmanaha. In the north and in the south, by the whirling of your spear, O Ishwari. Pracham Raksha Pratichancha
प्राच्यां रक्ष प्रतीच्यां च प्राच्यां रक्ष प्रतीच्यां च
Chandike Raksha Dakshine.
चण्डिके रक्ष दक्षिणी चण्डिके रक्ष दक्षिणी
ब्राह्मणेनात्मशूलस्य
ब्राह्मणेनात्मशूलस्य ब्राह्मणेनात्मशूलस्य
उत्तरस्यान्तथेश्वरि
उत्तरस्यान्तथेश्वरि उत्तरस्यान्तथेश्वरि
प्राच्यां प्राच्यां रक्ष प्रतीचां च चण्डिके रक्ष दक्षिणे ब्राह्मणेनात्मशूलस्य उत्तरस्यान्तथेश्वरीम्
प्राच्यां रक्ष प्रतीच्यां च चण्डिके रक्ष दक्षिणीं ब्राह्मणेनात्मशूलस्य उत्तरस्यान्तथेश्वरी प्राच्यां रक्ष प्रतीच्यां च चण्डिके रक्ष दक्षिणे ब्राह्मणेनात्मशूलस्य उत्तरस्यान्तथेश्वरी
सौम्यानि यानि रूपाणि त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते यानि च अत्यन्तघोराणि तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम्. This entire world, tatha bhuvam, mother, you protect with saumyani atyanta ghorani. Your forms manifested as saumya, the most gentle and beautiful, and those forms that are atyanta ghora, aghorebhyo, ghorebhyo, ghora ghoratarebhyaha. This is what we just completed last week in Mahanyasam. Aghorebhyo, ataghorebhyo, ghora ghoratarebhyaha. Three different levels. But mother here only ghora and aghora. Saumya, aghora. Saumya, oh, atyanta ghorani. Ghora ghoratara. That is atyanta ghora. So Saumya, atyanta ghora. Aghora and atyanta ghora. And these forms are beautiful. Saumyani yani rupani. Trailokye vicharanti te. In the entire world, all these forms that are present of yours as Ghora and Aghora protect from all of those that move about in this universe, in the three world and the entire universe. Trailokya Bhuvam. Saumyani yani rupani
सौम्यानि यानि रूपाणि सौम्यानि यानि रूपाणि
त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते
त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते
यानि चात्यन्तघोराणि
यानि चात्यन्तघोराणि यानि चात्यन्तघोराणि
तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम्
तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम् तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम्
सौम्यानि यानि रूपाणि त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते यानि चात्यन्तघोराणि तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम्
सौम्यानि यानि रूपाणि त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते यानि चात्यन्तघोराणि तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम् सौम्यानि यानि रूपाणि त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते यानि चात्यन्तघोराणि तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम्
Rakshah asmamstatha bhuvam. Myself and the entire universe. Khadga Shula Gadadini Yani cha Yani chah Astrani te ambike Karapallava Sangini Tairasman Raksha Sarvataha. Again, O Ambika, protect us on every side, because now what happens, we only invoked east, west, north, south, and with your sword, khadga, shula, the trident, gada, the mace, etc., all those other adini, yani cha astrani tembike, all those astras that are adorned very beautifully, Karapallava, Sangini, and other weapons which have contact with your hands, contact with your hands, that are so beautiful, Pallava Sangini. These are um, um, these are soft as lotuses, tender, like kara pallava sangini. Pallava sangini means those that sprouts that come out from the seeds, the sprouts. How tender and lovely they look. Her hands are as tender as those, but those tender hands are holding tough weapons. Tender hands holding tough weapons. They have to be tender only. Those tender hands that have touched all of these weapons, may they protect us. So what is it? The mother's tender touch itself makes any weapon as protective as possible. What's beautiful about this? So there is an apparent contrast given: tender hands, soft hands, and every weapon that is touched by those tender hands, may they protect all of us so beautifully. That khadga, shula, gadadini, yani chastrani tembike, karapallava sangini, tairasman raksha sarvataha. Khadga, shula, gadadini,
खड्गशूलगदादीनि खड्गशूलगदादीनि
यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके
यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके
करपल्लवसङ्गीनि
करपल्लवसङ्गीनि करपल्लवसङ्गीनि
तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः
तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः
खड्गशूलगदादीनि यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके करपल्लवसङ्गीनि तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः
खड्गशूलगदादीनि यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके करपल्लवसङ्गीनि तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः खड्गशूलगदादीनि यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके करपल्लवसङ्गीनि तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः
ऋषिरुवाच
ऋषिरुवाच ऋषिरुवाच
एवं स्तुता सुरैर्दिव्यैः कुसुमैर्नन्दनोद्भवैः अर्चिता जगतां धात्री तथा गन्धानुलेपनैः एवं स्तुता सुरैर्दिव्यैः, then having extolled by all the devas, the Jagatan Dhatri, that which supports the entire world, Archita, they worshipped and adored her with Divyaih Kusumaihi Nandanodbhavaihi. Nandanavanam is the celestial garden. That celestial garden, amazing flowers, Divyaih Kusumair, Divya Kusumas that are Nandanodbhavaha, worshipped with those as well as with all different Gandha and Anulepana. Anulepana. All this beautiful adoration that the mother received, not only with the flowers, but also Gandha Pushpadibhi. Gandha, Pushpa, all these, what are the things that are used anulepanaihi? What are the other things that are anulepana? That means smeared. You smear gandham, and there is kunkuma, there is kasturi, there is um, karpuram, and there are all these incense. I have a box of that with everything. Kasturi is very difficult to saffron flower. There are so many ingredients that are used for Shiva's abhishekam, and all this when you actually open that box itself, the entire room gets filled with amazing aroma that completely recharges your breath. So the mother was worshipped by all the suras. Sura means the devas, Jagatan Dhatri. Evam stuta surairdivyaiः
एवं स्तुतासुरैर्दिव्यैः एवं स्तुतासुरैर्दिव्यैः
कुसुमैर्नन्दनोद्भवैः
कुसुमैर्नन्दनोद्भवैः कुसुमैर्नन्दनोद्भवैः
अर्चिताञ्जगतान् धात्री
अर्चिता जगतां धात्री अर्चिता जगतां धात्री
तथा गन्धानुलेपनैः
तथा गन्धानुनि तथा गन्धानुलेपनैः तथा गन्धानुलेपनैः
little shorter. Evam स्तुतासुरैर्दिव्यैः कुसुमैर्नन्दनोद्भवैः अर्चिता जगतां धात्री तथा गन्धानुलेपनैः.
एवं स्तुतासुरैर्दिव्यैः कुसुमैर्नन्दनोद्भवैः अर्चिता जगतां धात्री तथा गन्धानुलेपनैः एवं स्तुतासुरैर्दिव्यैः कुसुमैर्नन्दनोद्भवैः अर्चिता जगतां धात्री तथा गन्धानुलेपनैः
भक्त्या समस्तैः त्रिदशैः दिव्यैः धूपैः सुधूपिता प्राह प्रसाद सुमुखी समस्तान pranatan suran. So the previous sloka continues. Bhaktya samastaihi, all with the devotion. Samastais tridashaihi, bhaktya samastai tridashaihi, all the gods offered her divya dhupa sudhupita, heavenly incense. They offered her heavenly incense, divya dhupa, divine incense. And the Devi, who is extremely pleased with their devotion and offering, praha prasada sumukhi samastan pranatan suran. And she started extremely pleased. The mother said to all the suras who are in surrender pranatan to her, or those that are भक्त्या समस्तैस्त्रिदशैर्दिव्यैर्धूपैः सुधूपिता
भक्त्या समस्तैस्त्रिदशैर्दिव्यैर्धूपैः सुधूपिता भक्त्या समस्तैस्त्रिदशैर्दिव्यैर्धूपैः सुधूपिता
प्राह प्रसादसुमुखी
प्राह प्रसादसुमुखी प्राह प्रसादसुमुखी
समस्तान् प्रणतान् सुरान्.
समस्तान् प्रणतान् सुरान् समस्तान् प्रणतान् सुरान्
भक्त्या समस्तैस्त्रिदशैर्दिव्यैर्धूपैः सुधूपिता प्राह प्रसादसुमुखी समस्तान् प्रणतान् सुरान्.
भक्त्या समस्तैस्त्रिदशैर्दिव्यैर्धूपैः सुधूपिता प्राह प्रसादसुमुखी समस्तान् प्रणतान् सुरान् भक्त्या समस्तैस्त्रिदशैर्दिव्यैर्धूपैः सुधूपिता प्राह प्रसादसुमुखी समस्तान् प्रणतान् सुरान्
Enema scale, what scale you are using?
E.
I'm chanting in F, Amma. That's why.
भक्त्या समस्तैस्त्रिदशैर्दिव्यैर्धूपैः सुधूपिता प्राह प्रसादसुमुखी समस्तान् प्रणतान् सुरान्
Okay, now we are on the same scale. I kept on telling you this little short, little short. Okay. Devyuvacha, on this very auspicious Sankranti time, mother is asking, Vriyatan Tridasha Sarve Yada Asmat Abhivanchitam. Mother is saying, choose all of you. Mother extremely pleased with their devotion. She is saying, O Devas, Tridasha Asmat Abhivanchitam Vriyatam, not just survey whatever you wish to be fulfilled, whatever you wish to be fulfilled. Just ask me. Huh? Can you imagine on Sankranti day, Mother is saying, hey, Bhaktas, about 60 of you who are very devoted and regularly attend rain or shine, you are really Tridashas, you are Devas only. Only with divine grace you can actually be steady in the study of the divine. It's not our effort, it's the mother who wishes. I want these people to be there and be involved and absorbed. And if that is what is gratefulness, it's not like, oh my God, I am putting my effort, I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, do all of this stuff, etc., then you are gone. You will never be able to sustain that kind of devotion, because you're doing with your head, with your mind, and you are kind of putting some kind of, initially it starts as some kind of a mental resolve, but actually, it is only sustained if the mother's grace is there. Have no question about that. 100%. Without that, nobody can even enter a Yajnashala. I will also tell you that. With the mothers, and you can say, I have all these things going on, etc. You figure out your life and you come to her. That means you have not allowed her to step in. You understand? You understand? Yeah, I actually tell people this, which probably some understand, some misunderstand. There are ways and other ways. I tell them, yes, you have all of life stuff to figure out. You have two choices. You figure out life stuff and then you commit to the divine, or second, you commit to the divine and allow her or him to take care of, to arrange your life stuff. Which is easier? which is, which is easier actually, when you actually look at it pragmatically, when you actually give a responsibility to the mother and say, Amma, I want to be present, I want to be there, and that is my wish. Yadechasi tatha kuru, we say in Kshama Prarthana. Yatha ichhesi tatha kuru. I want to be there. Now you do whatever you wish. That means whose responsibility? The ball is in whose court? It's in Swami's court. Swami will immediately, he will immediately respond. And if it is his will that you have to be there, he will arrange all the rest of the life stuff. It's a very simple aspect about who is taking responsibility, accountability. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaf paryupasate teshan nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. What does that mean? Your focus is just me, and if you have love for me, I will take care of your kshema. I'll take care of everything. This is not some supreme surrender or anything like this. This is actually practical spiritual. It's like, Amma, how can I do that, sir? I have to figure out. No, now you say that God has given me this intelligence, this all of that stuff. I have to do my. All of that is to do the action. not to figure out things. You simply do. You don't figure out the results. If I plan like this, if I put like this, if I do like this, if I then da 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 da, then all the stars will be aligned. Then I will be able to attend or participate. Now this mother is saying Tridasha survey to all those devas that were present who surrendered in complete love for her, gratified immensely with the above stuti that actually has been so profound because they are actually understood how the divine mother's love will act and protect. They got it, they got the essence of it. So why is the mother really pleased? Are, my child understands. How the mother is pleased when a child, without even speaking a single word, understand, Amma, if I do this, then you will give me this. If I don't do this, then you will punish me like this. Amma, this, Amma, that. Then what is the mother saying? My child really understands me. What a blissful presence of the mother's love at that point is. Then she says, I am so happy with you guys. Ask whatever you want. Choose whatever you desire of me. देव्युवाच
देव्युवाच देव्युवाच
व्रियतान् त्रिदशा सर्वे यदस्मत्तोऽभिवाञ्छितम्
प्रियतां त्रिदशाः सर्वे यदस्मत्तोऽभिवाञ्छितम् व्रियतां त्रिदशाः सर्वे यदस्मत्तोऽभिवाञ्छितम्
देवा ऊचुः
देवा ऊचुः देवा ऊचुः
भगवत्या कृतं सर्वं न किञ्चित् अवशिष्यते यदयन्निहतशत्रुः अस्माकं महिषासुरः ओ भगवती ओ मदर न किंचिद अवशिष्यते कृतं सर्वम Amma, you have done everything. Everything has been done, ma. There is nothing that is left. Oh, see how grateful that is. What would I? We would have a list, a Christmas list. Oh, whatever she said. Okay, oh, come on, take out the list, da, Dave. Let's put it all out and then start reading the list. This is the aspect about another aspect about devotion. How beautiful that is. Amma, there is nothing left. You have done everything, ma. There is nothing left. With your infinite compassion, our enemy, this Mahishasura, Asmakam, Mahishasuraha, Yadayan Nihataha. You already see for them, elimination of the vice is what is important to them for that sattvic presence. Nothing is going to bother us, pull us down. Therefore, that itself is gratefulness. When God is asking something, you you are saying, what should I ask? You are already doing everything. You are taking care of me. He gave beautiful house, beautiful family, beautiful friends, beautiful Sai center, beautiful world, beautiful body, healthy mind. You have done everything. What is there for me to ask? But let's look at the next sloka also together. Yad yedi chapi varo deva deyaha taya asmakam maheshwari. And if a boon to be granted to us by you, O Mother, if you wish, O Maheshwari, samsmrita tvanno himse tha paramapadaha. They're saying, if it is your wish that if you want to grant us the boon, because you cannot also say, no, no, Swami, what is there for you to give or for me to take? That's a stupid spirituality. That is no longer devotion. That's arrogance. When God is asking you to give, yetechasi tatha kuru. This is very important. Whatever, if you want to give something, Swami, it's up to you. You, it is your will, it is your wish. But if there is something that we want to be asking for, is constant remembrance of ours about you. Samsmrita, samyak smrita, samsmrita, samsmrita. Two times the word samsmrita is used. In each time it is not the same meaning. The first time samyak smrita applies to with my thought, word, and deed, my complete presence. And the second samsmrita is along with those that are present, not present in the room, along with those that are present to your awareness. Samsmrita, samsmrita, tvam no himsa, himsaha, athah, paramapadaha. That when there is a calamity that is resulting in him parama apadaha, extreme calamities and violence, may we always remember you. You are my safest place. I'm always in your sacred hands. You protect me, Lord, whenever fear comes near. I believe in you. Yes, I believe in you. And I know that I am strong in the love of my Lord. This is the essence of all of this prayer. I know that I am strong in the presence of your love, my Lord, because my awareness of your love gives me protection and safety. Therefore, whenever fear comes near, Himseda Paramapadaha, I shall remember you, myself, and along with all the others. भगवत्या कृतं सर्वम्
भगवत्या कृतं सर्वं भगवत्या कृतं सर्वं
न किञ्चिदवशिष्यते
न किञ्चिदवशिष्यते न किञ्चिदवशिष्यते
यदयन्निहतः शत्रुर्
यदयन्निहतः शत्रुर् यदयन्निहतः शत्रुर्
अस्माकं महिषासुरः
अस्माकं महिषासुरः अस्माकं महिषासुरः
भगवत्या कृतं सर्वं न किञ्चिदवशिष्यते यदयन्निहतः शत्रुरस्माकं महिषासुरः
भगवत्या कृतं सर्वं न किञ्चिदवशिष्यते यदयन्निहतः शत्रुरस्माकं महिषासुरः भगवत्या कृतं सर्वं न किञ्चिदवशिष्यते यदयन्निहतः शत्रुरस्माकं महिषासुरः
यदि चापि वरोदेयस्
यदि चापि वरोदेयस् यदि चापि वरोदेयस्
तया त्वयास्माकं महेश्वरि
त्वयास्माकं महेश्वरि त्वयास्माकं महेश्वरि
संस्मृता संस्मृता त्वन्नो
संस्मृता संस्मृता त्वन्नो संस्मृता संस्मृता त्वन्नो
हिंसेथाः परमापदः
हिंसेथाः परमापदः हिंसेथाः परमापदः
यदि चापि वरोदेयस्त्वयास्माकं महेश्वरि संस्मृता संस्मृता त्वन्नो हिंसेथाः परमापदः
यदि चापि वरोदेयस्त्वयास्माकं महेश्वरि संस्मृता संस्मृता त्वन्नो हिंसेथाः परमापदः यदि चापि वरोदेयस्त्वयास्माकं महेश्वरि संस्मृता संस्मृता त्वन्नो हिंसेथाः परमापदः
यश्च मर्त्यः तवैरेभिस्त्वां स्तोष्यत्यमलानने तस्य वित्तः ऋद्धि विभव धन दारादि सम्पदाम् वृद्धये अस्मत्प्रसन्नात्वं भवेथा सर्वदाम्बिका. And here they are saying yascha martyaha, this ati amalanane, this mother with spotlessly pure face. It's the full moon without any blemishes. Imagine that. And O mother of this spotless pure face, whoever praises you with these hymns, not just whoever, yascha martyaha. Martyaha means mortals. Now you see, they are including us also. You understand? Devas are immortals because they drank Amritam. We are mortals. We are Martyaha. Martyaha means those that are made of mud. Those mortals. Even if these mortals, if they praise you, please give them tasyaha to them vittaha. Vittaha is wealth, riddhi, which is prosperity, vibhava, glory, dhana, all material wealth, dara, which is wives, and so on. So what are they saying? Give all those people that need all those things also if they praise you with this stotram. यश्च मर्त्यः स्तवैः एभिः त्वां स्तोष्यत्यमला स्तोष्य అంటే this stotram, this particular stotram that we have offered you, if even anybody, the mortals also chant, please bless them with all this prosperity, the wealth, the riches, the wives, and all the other stuff that we don't want but they need it. This is service. Yeah. Okay, this is the prayer. You understand? It's not that if you are realized, suddenly you say, I am realized, I don't need anything, and then you stop praying. Your prayer is not for you. Your prayer is for those that are in suffering. Your prayer is about, this is the another aspect about misplaced spirituality. They think that now that they have realized the Brahman, I am God, I am God, I don't need to go to the center. No, you go to the center not to pray for yourself, you go to the center for praying for others. You have to be present in prayer, in yoga, in meditation. All these things, they are not for you, they are for others that need all of those things. It's not that they are spiritually less if they seek those things. It is simply their awareness that is stuck at that place. And for heaven's sake, your awareness was also stuck at the same place for a long time. So you see yourself how you were in the past, have pity and compassion, and go and pray for them to get all those things. Somebody is deceased, somebody is suffering, somebody is poor, somebody needs water, shelter, food. And then Vruddhaye Asmat Prasannatvam Bhavetha Sarvadambike. Vruddhaye Asmat. Huh? Vruddhaye Asmat. May I grow. May I grow by your grace. May I increase. What is the growth of what? Not the body, hello. Not x axis, y axis. Not that growth. May I grow in my awareness because of your grace and love and compassion. So, what are you asking for others? What are you asking for yourself? See, this is prayer is not some Indra and all these guys talking about. This prayer is ourselves. May I grow in my awareness about you with your grace. And may all the others that are praying without that awareness, but yet they are in need of all those material prosperity, wealth, riches, wife, children, progeny, etc. Give them all of that. But to me, Mother, what I want is I want to grow in my awareness. I want to be present all the time to your divine glory and love. What a beautiful prayer that isn't it God's grace that we are chanting this on Sankranti? That timing itself is the grace of God. We could be talking about killing some other demon, but instead we are contemplating on what is it to ask God if the God presents herself or himself before you. What is it that you ask God on this auspicious day of Sankranti? What is it that you have to be asking God? So collectively we are all praying to God. यश्चमर्त्यः स्तवैरेभिस्त्वां स्तोष्यत् अमलानने तस्य वित्तः रिद्धि. Now that vitardhir vittardhi vittardhi, that is riddhi, vitta riddhi vibhava dhana daradi sampadam. All those things are embedded for others. You ask so much for others, but what do you ask for yourself? May I grow in my awareness about you with your grace, O Mother Ambika. Yascha martyasthavairebhis
यस्तवैरेभिः यश्च मर्त्यस्तवैरेभिः
tvam stoshyatyamalānane
त्वां स्तोष्यत्यमलानने त्वां स्तोष्यत्यमलानने
tasya vittardhi vibhavair
तस्य वित्तर्धिविभवैर् तस्य वित्तर्धिविभवैर्
धनदारादिसम्पदाम्
धनदारादिसम्पदाम् धनदारादिसम्पदाम्
यश्च मर्त्यस्तवैरेभिस्त्वां स्तोष्यत्यमलानने तस्य वित्तर्धिविभवैर्धनदारादिसम्पदाम्
यश्च मर्त्यस्तवैरेभिस्त्वां स्तोष्यत्यमलानने तस्य वित्तर्धिविभवैर्धनदारादिसम्पदाम् यश्च मर्त्यस्तवैरेभिस्त्वां स्तोष्यत्यमलानने तस्य वित्तर्धिविभवैर्धनदारादिसम्पदाम्
वृद्धये स्मत्प्रसन्नात्वम्
वृद्धये स्मत्प्रसन्नात्वम् वृद्धये स्मत्प्रसन्नात्वम्
भवेथा सर्वदाम्बिके
भवेथाः सर्वदाम्बिके भवेथाः सर्वदाम्बिके
ॐ यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेन् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मज दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु. So that completes the prayer to the mother with Chakradi Stuti, and the mother giving the blessing as the boon, and the response of the devas to the boon. And next Saturday we will start another beautiful chapter again. From next Saturday onwards, it is Shamala Navaratri. It is the Magha Masam, first 9 days is Shamala Ambika, and the Shamala Mata Marakata Shama Matangi Madhushalini Turyat Katakshang Kalyani Kadamba Vanavasini. This is Shyamalamba Navaratri will be celebrated, and during that time we will start the beautiful fifth chapter and the Uttama Charitram, extolling the mother as the Aparajita. It's a beauty. Again, Shamala Navaratri time, chanting, all of this is absolutely, there is nothing that is pre-planned or pre-programmed like this. It Swami wants this to happen like that. This is divine presence and grace. This is complete surrender in his grace. And next, the on the 28th of January, I already sent the link. The link has been sent to only the Devi Mahatyam signed up Ritviks this time, because they have to participate in chanting. And if you have any problem accessing the link, you can send the reply. And I think a few people had a problem. So on 28th of January, which is sorry, the 28th of January, which is actually Shyamalashtamī, very auspicious, like Durgashtami. There are Ashtamis during these Navaratris that are about Mother Durga. So on Shyamalashtamī, the 28th, we will do the Devi Mahatya Parayana, the first one this year, associated with praying to the mother to charm her during the June-July Yajna. And all of you are getting a lot of emails though that have signed up for the yajna to upload recordings and to join these. If you get intimidated and you don't have time and you don't have patience, perseverance, dedication, commitment, there is absolutely no force, there is no pressure. If you feel pressured, be honest with yourself and say, "Nah, at this time it is not for me," and you can actually choose not to be. That's completely fine, right? So don't get pressured. Do it with pleasure. Yethechhasi tadhakuru. Mother will show you the path. If you don't, if you don't do that, then what will happen is you suffer. Don't suffer, please. Even in spirituality, suffering is prohibited. Spiritual person never suffers. Suffering is uh, that you are feeling intimidated. That is suffering. If you don't, you do it with love and pleasure, then there will be lot of joy and presence recognized within. If you do it with force, it is not sustainable. Okay, so do it, upload the recordings, and I know lot of leads are contacting. And today we will have the Mahanyasam class as usual at 2 p.m. Pacific time. All the classes will continue, like sun will rise and set. Okay, he doesn't wait for anyone. Is somebody asking me to raise or asking me to set? Should I today give raise or not? Oh, because there are a lot of these clouds. What is the point anyway in raising in Sacramento right now? Therefore, I will not raise today. He doesn't think all of that stuff. Clouds come, clouds go, days come, days go, everything, but the presence is always there. Jai Sai Ram. If there are, let me see if there are any questions. It's been a surreal experience for me to do this during this beautiful time of Makara Sankranti. Wish you all a very happy Sankranti. Okay, Sai Ram. Thank you.
Sarah, Uncle, I have question.
Yes, yes.
Two questions. The first one is the few chapters, few shlokas we do it in before the Parayanam. We do the
Yeah,
and
yes,
then and then the
yes.
two with the hands and then why? What's the significance? Why do we do that?
Yeah,
Then
so there are, so what brother Sham is asking is, um, if you have participated in in the Parayana and participated with presence, you will have noticed that we do the nyasa, especially for the entire Saptashati, we do the nyasa. Nyasa means invoking the mother in the hands and in the parts of your body. Karanyasa and Anganyasa. Kara means hands, in the hands with the thumb, the index finger, etc. So there are this five shlokas are used for the Karanyasa during the Saptashati Charitra Nyasa. Just like for any Mahamantra that you do Nyasa, right? Uh, the Nyasa that you do Gam, Angushtabhyanam, Gim, Tarjanibhyanam, before you chant like a Mahamantra, you do the Karanyasa and the Anganyasa, and then you do the first you do the Vinyoga, the Anganyasa, the Karanyasa, Anganyasa, Dhyana, and then you chant the mantra. This entire Saptashati 700 slokas is like a Maha Mantra, and this Maha Mantra is embedded in three Bijaksharas. The first one we already know. What is the Bijakshara in which first chapter is embedded in?
I'm
Aim.
I'm
Ah, what is the Madhyama, the middle chapter embedded in?
Hrim.
Clean,
Cream,
Hrim.
cream.
clean,
And then fifth chapter to 13th chapter is
clean.
embedded in Amma, Sairam, Sairam, please don't move your pages in front of your mic. It's causing a lot of disturbance. So that I'm Hrim Klim is the embedding of the first chapter is I'm, second to fourth chapter is Hrim, fifth to 13th chapter is Klim. So I'm Hrim Klim is the Bijaksharas in which this beautiful Saptashati is embedded in. And in the context of that, when you start Parayana of this, there is all the nyasas that you do, particularly for the Saptashati Charitra Nyasa, you do the Karanyasa using the shlokas. The four shlokas that we chanted today, plus one shloka from the first chapter, which is the Khadgini Shulini Ghora, Gadini Chakrini Tatha, Shankhini Chapini Bana Bhushundi Parigha Yudha. These are the astras and the mother is holding, that is Angushtabhyan Namaha. शूलेन पाहि नो देवी पाहि खड्गेन चाम्बिके घण्टास्वनेन नः पाहि चापज्जानि स्वनेन च तर्जनीभ्यां नमः प्राच्यां रक्ष प्रतीच्चां च चण्डिके रक्ष रक्ष दक्षिणे ब्राह्मणेनात्मशूलस्य उत्तरस्यान्तधेश्वरि मध्यमाभ्यां नमः सौम्यानि यानि रूपाणि त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते यानि च अत्यन्तघोराणि तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम्. That is about the Anamika, the ring finger, Khadgashula Gadadini Yani Chastrani Tembike, Karapallava Sangini Tairasman Raksha, Sarvataha, that is Kanishtika Abhyanamaha. Then Sarvaswarupe Sarveshe, Sarvashakti Samanvite Bhaye Bestrahino Dev Durge Devi Namostate, that is Karatala Karaprushta. And this also you are doing the same shlokas are used for the Hridaya, Sira, Sikha, Kavacha, Netra, and the Astra. Those are the things that are using. So, this beautiful, what is the significance of doing that? Is the question. Yeah, yeah. With while doing the shlokams, what you are mantras, what you are invoking, Khadgini, Shulini, all the weapons of the mother, and then you are seeking guarding, safety, and protection from the mother with all these weapons and all these directions, everything. Yes, yes. Hands used for guarding yourself. All the rest of the things should be protected and in all directions. What's the purpose of that? So that you do anganyasa, karanyasa, and then you astray phat and you do digbandhaha. You lock yourself in the presence of the divine. And at least during the time of chanting, you are completely locked, guarded, protected from anything that is external. Starbucks coffee smell, people calling you, texting you, WhatsApp messages, Facebook likes, Instagram postings, TikTok, and whatever is happening in the world. You are guarded and protected and saved from that so that your presence is 100% there. By who? And she will protect you, guard you during the Saptashati Charitra Parayanam with complete devotion and presence, Arthanusandhana Purvakam. She will protect you. Not only that, she'll give you Vruddhaye Asmat Prasannatvam. ah, Vruddhaye Asmat Prasannatvam. Mother, grow me in my awareness. I am telling you, without knowing and doing those nyasa, and all the aspects about that, you will not have the full efficacy of the mantra. 100%. This is what is the truth. You can't tell anything. If I don't know, so what? I have bhakti. This is other misplaced spirituality because of their our incapabilities and our lack of dedication. We try to justify that, saying that I have surrendered to God in full love, therefore I am okay if I don't even pray in front of God. I don't need to go to center. God is present everywhere. Therefore, why I should go to center? This is what is called stupid spirituality. It is actually ignorance. Stupid means not in a denigrant way. It is ignorance. The truth is that there is absolute with this Mahanyasam also, chanting Mahanyasam, chanting Ekadash Rudram gives the full presence of every aspect of our system to that awareness. Then after you do Digvimokaha, because you are unlocked, you go behave like everybody else. After you see Digvimoka, you are done, unlocked. Unlocked means I can do whatever I want. Okay, at least for the time being, I'm good. Era, is that helping you? Yes.
Yes, thank you. I had one more question.
Oh,
The
go. Today is your day.
Yeah, yeah, it might sound a bit childish, but so when they get the boons, when all these people who have been granted boons, why don't they, if they are realized, I mean, that level, why don't they ask for something like, everyone be fully aware, everyone, everything fully aware?
Mm. Yeah.
Why not
So, oh,
everyone in
very, very important question. Now, you see, God's asking the boon, demon asking the boon. What's the difference? What would what would usually a demon after Om
immortal
Brahma Namaha, Om Brahma Namaha, Brahma comes, beta, kya chahiye? What does the demon ask?
immortality?
Immortality.
Yeah.
Okay, what are they asking about? No, not only
Themselves.
no, okay, and then God says, "Arey beta, that's not possible. Lot of people asked for it. I can't give you immortality. Choose something else." What would they say? Hey, don't ask as a black box. Don't answer. Black boxes are not allowed to answer. Only people on video. Yes.
They give lots of conditions
Yeah.
Conditions from what?
so that I won't be killed by this, I won't be killed by that, right?
So what is the focus on for the demon?
Self.
Themselves.
Yeah.
Body
What is the
consciousness.
focus of the devas when the mother asked for boon?
Others. Only they ask for the aware, I mean, may grow in the awareness, but otherwise, give everybody whatever they want.
So what's the difference?
It's like paropkara. You are praying for other people.
All that sounds good, but what is the difference? What's the difference between a sattvic mind and a tamasic or a rajasic mind? What's the difference?
Selfless.
Love. Yes. Selflessness. Love. Selflessness and love. That is the difference. Okay. Now your question is in that love, why don't you simply say, oh, that you don't say samasta loka sukhino bhavantu doesn't mean may all the people have complete love and awareness and they let there be that's not what you're asking. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. What is the meaning of samasta loka sukhino bhavantu? It is not may all the beings in all the worlds be happy. That English translation is only to satisfy the Westerners that you are coming close to saying something useful. But that is not what that is not what the meaning of that is. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu means may whatever is seen by me, whatever is seen, not seen with the physical eye, seen with your mind's eye as well, may all of those be in their proper places. Sukha, dukkha, difference. Okay. Dukkha means things not in place. Sukha means things in place. When things are in place, you are peaceful, you are happy. But things won't ever be in place all the time. Independent of how many times you tell people, please put your shoes on the shoe racks at the sai center. They will not do it because there are some people that understood why. Some people that understood, but they don't really want to do it. Some people that have never heard that things have to be in their right place. Now, this is a process, right? Why it won't be happening the same? Why you can't say let everybody be spiritually evolved? Why you can't say that? Why it is not a practical boon that you can ask, like immortality.
Because then there's like nothing will be there. I don't know.
Then the world won't exist. Just think about that. Just think about that, because what is coming and going in this world is happening in the context of the projection of all the cosmic karma that is already written in the context of the universal cosmic karma that has to be lived through, and the divine won't interfere with that. And as well as the divine won't interfere with your mortality or immortality. It's not a practical thing. So therefore Therefore, even if you can pray, may everybody, may whatever I see in all the worlds, let it be in its proper place so that there is happiness. That's the best you can do. You can't ask for spiritual realization of everyone. It is not because what will happen? Because this is Mahamaya. That's then you are saying, may earth not have gravity, because it's the karmic nature of the whole consciousness that has to be lived through as the Jagat. Okay, all right. Let's see if there are. Okay, very good. Two good questions. Any other important questions? Now, on what he said, the importance to that to Sankranti is Buddhi Karmanusarini. Our intellects are propelled by the karma that is already written as the script. God will not interfere with that. God will not interfere with that. Period. The only thing the divine comes into picture is when things have gone so far south, he can bring it back into balance and restore that aspect of it. And that is what the role of the three guys, the Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, is in the context of their job descriptions. And therefore, the best you have to do is that may all the intellects be propelled by the divine awareness. Dhiyo yonaf prachodayat. And when they are propelled by that divine awareness, then they will step forward together collectively. And when as more and more number of people come into that zone of awareness with their intellects propelled to follow the path of love and service, then the other thing will automatically subside, never vanish, never vanish. And if you are the divine, this is a beautiful play. Ah, Are, there is this Kashmiri Saivism, very beautiful. It's called the consciousness, the play of consciousness, play of consciousness. Uh, this Kashmiri Shaivism, they say, hey, then what is all this good guy, bad guy, all of this stuff? The good guy is God, bad guy is God, good God is uh, fighting with the bad God. Hey, what do you mean bad guy? I thought God is only love. No, no, no. He is Gora, he is Aghora. So now this is like very important point. I wanted to mention this because it's context of light. Wherever there is a light, there will be shadow. How is the shadow created? Hey, here a complex question
Because of
answer.
light.
Not because of light.
There is
Shadow is
only
not created because of
Object.
object.
object. Material. Only if the material object is there, it is law of nature that the shadow has to be there. As long as there is a mirror and there is a subject, the reflection has to be formed on the mirror. It is law of nature which cannot be changed. Therefore, don't ask everybody uh, be enlightened. You can only ask let everybody be delighted, not enlightened. Okay. On Shivaratri day, we will be at. Okay. Okay. Sairam. All the best. Okay, Sairam. Let's pause now and then we'll meet for those who are able to at 2 o'clock California
So,
time.
Sairam brother, you were to say, mother, you used Amba, Ishwari, those three things.
Homework.
Three. Oh, that is homework. Okay.
uh, understand the meaning and the context of the shloka, how that particular reference as Ambika, as Ishwari, as Chandi, as Maheshwari, how many different ways they see, that is beautiful. One of these days, as you go through this, write down, if we write down all the different adjectives used for the mother, it becomes a beautiful namavali of the mother. It's a namavali of the mother. And then you will understand why God has Sahasranamams, 1008 names, or 108, whatever. So, yes. Okay, I already gave the meaning of those words in some context or the other as we have been studying all these things. It's like an interesting thing. When you are listening to this, it appears that everything is good and obvious. when you when you go back to it, somehow, Ade, when he said it sounded so beautiful, and I am not able to reconnect back to it. What is happening? Huh? Why that happens? Because that is what's called nididhyasa. Shravanam is only one small little part of spiritual awareness. Nididhyasa, mananam nididhyasa. Contemplate and meditate. Those are important. And that's why all this exercise, most of the time, we are not even practicing the shlokas offline. I can tell you 99.99%. They only come to this class, listen, and then happy. 1 hour of pouring medicine into the ear. But the medicine has to be taken with the mouth, not into your ear. So medicine has to go into the mouth means you have to chant. Then the chanting should be done with understanding. Then what happens is you will have complete, then you will have the Sravana, Manana, Nidhidhyasa. Jai Sai Ram. Okay, Manisha is very good at asking questions of me doing homework, right? Yeah, okay, Sai Ram. Okay. ॐ स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेण मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की।
Jai